Happy President's Day week. A lot going on, so wanted to come at you kind of after some of those things happened. We had the Fed meeting minutes come out today at 11, which caused quite a stir, big reaction from that. It's really meeting minutes from 3 weeks ago, and so there's nothing new learned. Coming out of that meeting, obviously we saw some of the rates headed northward, bond prices down, and the yields heading up because there was the realization that possibly the Fed wouldn't be cutting rates as soon as people thought back in mid-December and into January. We'll see what happens with that. But of course, a big market reaction. The 6% coupon is down 23 basis points right now, and fighting against and trying to drop below this 200-day moving average. We'll see if that holds up as we go. But looking a little bit below that now, and we've got the 10-year Treasury just a tick under 4.32. That's up 5 basis points on the day, and fighting against the 100-day moving average. That's been holding up recently, but we'll see what happens there. There was a bond auction today too that was met with lackluster enthusiasm as well, and that has caused some alert locks this afternoon due to some repricing. The 30-year is up over 6.9, even 7, again, depending on lender and pricing there. That's it for the markets. I just wanted to share something on non-arm's length transactions that I think will help. When you've got family sometimes trying to sell to family, right? You have an arm's length transaction where everyone is independent and assumed to be able to look out for their own interests. Well, when you have family involved, it's the non-arm's length transaction, and that can get tricky, right? Who's taking advantage of whom, and emotions can run high, and you take a situation where there's an estate and a grandchild wants to step in and buy, and the family wants to give a deal. There's a lot to work through there when some folks feel like too much of a good deal is being given, especially when the borrower has a certain loan amount in payment that they don't feel comfortable going above, and it's a steep discount for the home. In this case, everyone finally got on the same page and said, okay, fine, we'll go ahead and give it to you for that. And let's just say $300,000 loan. And they say, okay, fine, it's a big discount, but there are some repairs, some health and safety things that the grandchild's going to fix prior to the transaction, and then a lot of updating afterward as well. But the home would appraise for quite a bit more than that. And they say, okay, fine, $300,000 loan, we'll give it to you for $300,000. Everybody wins. Great. Let's do the purchase and sale agreement. Not so fast. That is a $300,000 loan. And of course, the value of the home is the lower of the appraisal or the purchase price. The purchase price being $300,000, that's 100% loan to value. And conforming guidelines say you can't go above 85% loan to value on a non-arm's length transaction. Very easy to fix. I was able to jump in and suggest $375,000 for the purchase price of the home, and through addendums on the purchase and sale agreement, a gift back of equity from the family, which they're allowed to do, also with a gift letter, again, very easy, of $75,000. This is a 20% down payment, and it's really on paper. The home's going to appraise for just more than that, despite all the updates and fixes that it needs. But you've got a habitable home. You can now move forward with this transaction. It also helps to have someone who's willing to go and talk to everyone and explain why we're doing this. It's not to inflate the real estate agent's commission. This isn't going to impact the net proceeds for the sellers, and the ability to talk everyone through that multiple times to realize that, and also help the borrower realize that going up in the purchase price, because it's being gifted back in equity and the loan amount is the same, this helped the borrower realize that the payments weren't going to go up from the higher price, but this actually made a workable transaction. And we can now do a purchase and sale agreement because we have the right structure in place from that advice around non-arm's length transactions. What it also did, because it lowered it below the 85% loan to value, which was a requirement, but it was just done through the structure. It also put it, again, a 20% down payment means an 80% loan to value and no mortgage insurance for the grandchild who's buying the home. Why have mortgage insurance when you don't have to, when the home's going to appraise? And it's really just a matter of how we're doing the structure. But through multiple conversations, everyone's on the same page. It feels like that now the home is not being, even though there's a gift involved, a significant gift of equity, the home is not being discounted too steeply. Everyone's happy and the deal can actually move forward now. So if you have those where families involved, non-arm's length transaction, and you need some help, just even trying to get the purchase and sale agreement and just double check what are the guidelines so that you don't end up having to do it multiple times and you've got the right addendums and everything's clear from the start, let me know. Hope you have a great week. All right.